Others have complained about this player not working. Actually, you have to understand how to operate it and it works fine. All regular DVDs from any region will play immediately. If you play a Blu-ray from a non-USA region, you need to do the following. Turn off the player. For region B, hold the blue button down while turning on the player. It will then boot up in region B and play a Blu-ray disc from that region. For region A, turn off the player and hold down the yellow button as you push the on button and region A will boot up. For region C, use the red button in the same way. I have been able to play discs from all of these regions with no problems. The player actually has an excellent picture. This region-free player worked great straight out of the box. I love it. You do have to pay attention to the instructions for the initial setup. As long as you do that, you should not have any trouble setting it up and running it. I would definitely recommend this one. I played 5 episodes of Northern Exposure, UK version, back to back, and I could not have been more pleased. Sound quality was great. And the picture quality was phenomenal. Really glad I took the leap and finally made this purchase. Basically, I'm paying them an extra $80 to $100 to do what is probably doable if you're good at mucking around with things like that. So seeing reviews about dead players, well, it is a $60 player. I wouldn't use it as my main player. Only for region B movies, which is the main reason I got it. The side effect is it plays all regions of DVD. So suddenly a French DVD started playing just fine. It given up on it ever running. As it claimed it was in NTSC. I'm going to assume it's in PAL. My old nearly $300 Sony still works, and apparently the old remote works with this player as well. Which gives you one added feature not found on the tiny remote. Forward 15 seconds or backwards 10 seconds. Love that feature. The only problem with the old remote is the IR LED is loose. I did hook it to the network to see if I could download the apps. Sure I can. Didn't mess anything up, but I wouldn't leave it plugged in all that much. Like rooting your smartphone, not all smartphone makers really like to be rooted. My old HTC, or HTCs in general, unroot all the time. Pain in the back. Odds are if you upgraded the firmware on this item, it would revert back to its $60 self. Don't treat this like a normal Blu-ray or DVD player. Keeping this in mind and that it is a $60 player, this should not be a problem. The warranty is with the seller and the extension. If it bothers to work, I usually don't rely on those. As a player, the only really big miss is how much time is left on the disc display. Don't really need the display, but hitting display on the remote will show up on the TV. Click link in description for more reviews.